Good morning, students. Today's topic is blood supply of the gut. The primitive gut tube can be divided into foregut, midgut, and hindgut regions, and the boundaries of these regions they are directly related to the areas of distribution of the three anterior branches or the ventral branches of the abdominal aorta. Means these the foregut, midgut, and hindgut, they are supplied by the ventral branches of the abdominal aorta. This is the division of the gut tube into foregut, midgut, and the hindgut. And these three they are supplied by the foregut is supplied by the celiac trunk, midgut by the superior mesenteric artery, and hindgut by the inferior mesenteric artery. So the foregut it starts from the lower end of the esophagus, then stomach and upper part of the duodenum up to the opening of the common bile duct, esophagus, then stomach, then upper part of duodenum up to the opening of the common bile duct. It also includes liver, spleen, and a greater part of the pancreas. So this is also included in the foregut. Now the midgut it extends from the lower part of the duodenum below the opening of the bile duct. This is the lower part of the second part of the duodenum below the opening of the bile duct. Then jejunum, ileum. This is a small intestine. Jejunum, ileum. Then appendix, cecum, and the ascending colon. Appendix, cecum, it lies here. Then the ascending colon. This is the ascending colon, and the right 2/3 of the transverse colon. So this all is included in the midgut, and it also includes the lower half of the head of pancreas. So this is the midgut from here to here. Then the hindgut that includes the left 1/3 of the transverse colon. This is the 1/3 of the transverse colon. Then the descending colon. Then the sigmoid colon, the rectum, and the upper half of the anal canal. So this is all the hindgut. This is the division of the hindgut. So foregut is supplied by the celiac trunk, midgut by the branches of the superior mesenteric artery, and hindgut by the branches of the inferior mesenteric artery. So this is the division of the blood supply to all the three divisions of the gut tube. Celiac trunk is the anterior branch of abdominal aorta which supplies the foregut. And where it arises from the abdominal aorta opposite the lower border of vertebra T12. So this is the vertebral level of celiac trunk, and it immediately divides into three branches: left gastric, splenic, and common hepatic artery. See here, this is abdominal aorta, or here this is the celiac trunk. As it arises, soon it divides into three branches. Two are towards the left. This is the left gastric, this is the splenic, and one is towards the right. This is the common hepatic artery. Now first we will study about the celiac trunk. It is one of the ventral branches of abdominal aorta at the vertebral level T12. Now celiac trunk, it gives three branches: left gastric artery, splenic artery, and common hepatic artery. So this is the celiac trunk. It is giving three branches. This is left gastric, then splenic, and this is the common hepatic. Then first left gastric artery, it ascends upwards and to the left. Then it enters the lesser omentum. Here is the lesser omentum of the stomach. Along the then it moves downwards along the lesser curvature. The lesser curvature है stomach का, and finally it anastomoses with the right gastric artery. This is the right gastric artery, and this right gastric artery it is a branch of proper hepatic artery. And finally ये दोनों arteries along the lesser curvature anastomose करती हैं. Then this left gastric artery it gives two or three esophageal branches to the cardiac end of the stomach. ये cardiac end है stomach का. It gives two or three esophageal branches and few gastric branches. These are the gastric branches to the stomach. then along the lesser curvature. Then finally this is the splenic artery. Splenic artery ये largest branch है celiac trunk की. It moves horizontally to the left and finally it enters the glenorenal ligament and it reaches the hilum. This is the hilum of the spleen, and here it divides into 5 to 7 splenic branches. Then it gives various branches to the pancreas. Then here lies the pancreas in the curvature of the duodenum. So it is giving many branches to the pancreas. And what are these? One of the branches is large enough and it is known as the arteria pancreatica magna or the greater pancreatic artery. Here you can see in this diagram, this figure, greater pancreatic artery to the pancreas. This is the pancreas. Then it gives 5 to 7 short gastric arteries. These are the gastric arteries which arise from the terminal part of the splenic artery and they supply the fundus of the stomach. ये fundus है stomach का, इसको supply करती हैं gastric arteries, short gastric arteries. Then left gastroepiploic artery, ये भी branch है splenic artery की. It also arises from the terminal part and finally it runs downwards in the greater omentum. See, here is the attachment of the greater omentum. Greater omentum में run करती है this left gastroepiploic. इसी को बोलते हैं left gastroomental artery also because it is running in the greater omentum. Then it finally anastomoses with the left this is right gastroepiploic artery. It finally anastomoses with the right gastroepiploic artery. ये दोनों यहाँ पर anastomose करती हैं. Then this is the common hepatic artery. See, common hepatic artery, it runs downwards and to the right behind the lesser sac and it reaches the upper border of the duodenum. And here it enters the lesser omentum. Then it runs upwards in the right free margin of the lesser omentum in front of the portal vein and to the left of the common bile duct. यहाँ पर right free margin है lesser omentum की and here it enters the lesser omentum and it lies in front of the portal veins, means anterior to the portal vein and to the left of the common bile duct. This is common hepatic. And finally it reaches the porta hepatis and it terminates by dividing into right and left hepatic arteries. So here there is liver. You can see here ascends upwards. This is the porta hepatis and it is lying anterior to the portal vein. This is portal vein. It is lying anterior and to the left of common bile duct. This is the common bile duct. It is lying to the left and finally it is terminating into two arteries. These are the right hepatic artery and the left hepatic artery. Then what are the branches of common hepatic artery? First is the gastroduodenal artery. It is a very large branch. This is the gastroduodenal artery and where it arises at the upper border of the first part of duodenum. This is the first part of duodenum. This is the second part and it is arising, see, at the upper border. Here is the upper border. यहाँ पर arise कर रही है. Then the part of the hepatic artery which is till here, means before the origin of the gastroduodenal artery, this is known as the common hepatic artery. और gastroduodenal artery के origin के बाद जो common hepatic का जो part है, this is known as the proper hepatic artery और hepatic artery proper. इसका नाम यहाँ पर change हो जाता है. It becomes proper hepatic artery. Then this gastroduodenal artery, it runs downward and behind the first part of the duodenum. See, this is the first part. उसके behind ये run कर रही है. Then it divides at the lower border दिस इज द लोअर बॉर्डर ऑफ द फर्स्ट पार्ट. यहाँ पर ये डिवाइड कर रही है इनटू द राइट गैस्ट्रोएपिप्लोइक एंड सुपीरियर पैंक्रियाटिको-ड्यूोडेनल. ये दिस इज द राइट गैस्ट्रोएपिप्लोइक एंड दिस इज द सुपीरियर पैंक्रियाटिको-ड्यूोडेनल. देन दिस राइट गैस्ट्रोएपिप्लोइक, अभी हमने पढ़ा था कि इट एनास्टोमोसिस विद द लेफ्ट गैस्ट्रोएपिप्लोइक ऑफ द स्प्लेनिक आर्टरी, and the superior pancreatico-duodenal artery, it runs downwards in the pancreatico-duodenal groove. Pancreas, head of pancreas और duodenum के second part के बीच में there is a groove between these two, and this is known as the pancreatico-duodenal groove. And supraduodenal artery, it is running, superior pancreatico-duodenal artery, it is running in this groove. Then it ends finally by anastomosing with the inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery of the, which is a branch of superior mesenteric. We will study later when we will study the branches of superior mesenteric. So this superior pancreatico-duodenal, it also divides into two. One anterior superior pancreatico-duodenal and one behind the pancreas. This is the posterior superior pancreatico-duodenal. And similarly inferior pancreatico-duodenal की भी two branches है, anterior and superior, जो कि इनसे anastomose करती हैं आपस में. Then supraduodenal artery, this is an inconstant branch of the, this is the supraduodenal, it is an inconstant branch of the common hepatic artery and it lies in the near the duodenum and it supplies the proximal half of the first part of the duodenum. It supplies proximal half of the first part of the duodenum. So this is about the branches of the celiac trunk. Now the superior mesenteric artery, it is the one of the ventral branches of the abdominal aorta and it arises at the vertebral level L1. And superior mesenteric artery, it supplies whole of the midgut. Then in the anterior relations of this artery, here comes the splenic vein and the body of pancreas. This portion of pancreas is cut and here is the body of pancreas in the anterior relation and the splenic vein. Then in the posterior relations is the left renal vein. Left renal vein, here will be the posteriorly left kidney, so left renal vein and the uncinate process of the pancreas. Here this part behind the superior mesenteric of the pancreas, here is the uncinate process. It is a process from the lower part of the head of the pancreas towards the left and the third part of the duodenum. See, this is the third part of the duodenum and this is coming in the posterior relations of the superior mesenteric artery. The superior mesenteric artery gives many branches. First is the inferior pancreatico-duodenal. It supplies the pancreas and duodenum, this one. Then middle colic artery. Middle colic artery, it supplies the colon. Then right colic artery, this is the right colic artery, it also supplies the colon. Then the ileocolic artery, it supplies the terminal part of ileum as well as the colon. Now these arteries, these four arteries, they are arising from the right side of the superior mesenteric artery and jejunal and ileal branches, these arise from the left side of the superior mesenteric artery. These are the jejunal and the ileal branches. यहाँ से निकलेंगी. They will supply the small intestine, the jejunum and the ileum. These are not shown here, but they will arise from the left side here. Now the middle colic artery, it arises from the superior mesenteric artery at the lower border of pancreas. This is pancreas. So here at its lower border, this middle colic artery is arising. Then within the layers of the transverse mesocolon, it divides into right and left branch. This is the right branch and this is the left branch. Now what is transverse mesocolon? It is a broad fold of peritoneum which attaches the transverse colon to the upper part of the posterior abdominal wall. So it is a fold of peritoneum and within it This artery is dividing into a right branch and a left branch. So the right branch is this one. It anastomosis with the right colic artery, which is again a branch of superior mesenteric artery, and the left branch, it anastomosis with the left colic artery, which is a branch of inferior mesenteric. See, this is inferior mesenteric and this is the left colic artery, and its branch, it is anastomosing with the left branch of the middle colic artery. So this anastomosis is occurring between the two arteries. The third branch is the right colic artery. It arises from the right side of the superior mesenteric artery from its main trunk. See, this is the right colic artery, and it passes to the right to supply the ascending colon. This is the ascending colon. This part is supplied, and near the colon it divides into a descending branch. This is the descending branch and an ascending branch. See, this is the ascending branch. So ascending branch, it anastomoses with the left branch of the middle colic artery, and this descending branch, it anastomoses with the superior branch of ileocolic artery. So this anastomosis is occurring between all these arteries. See, the middle colic artery, that is dividing into a right branch and a left branch, while the right colic and the ileocolic, these are dividing into a superior branch or ascending and a descending branch, and they are anastomosing between each other with each other. Ileocolic artery. Ileocolic artery, that is the final branch which arises from the right side of the superior mesenteric artery. See, this is the ileocolic artery, and this passes downward and to the right towards the right iliac fossa, and here it divides into a superior branch and an inferior branch. So the superior branch, this is the superior branch, it is anastomosing with the descending branch of the right colic artery, and this is the inferior branch. This is this continues downward, and it further divides into many branches, into colic branches, cecal branches to the cecum, then appendicular branches to the appendix, then many ileal branches, and finally this the inferior branch, it anastomoses with the termination of the superior mesenteric artery. This is the termination part of the superior mesenteric artery, and finally it anastomoses with the this part. Now, rising from the left side of the superior mesenteric artery is a large number of jejunal and ileal branches which supply the jejunum and most of the ileum, except its terminal part, which is supplied by the ileocolic artery. Now these are the branches. They anastomose with each other and they form these arches. Due to their anastomosis, these arches are formed. These arches then again, their branches, they were anastomosing, and so a series of these arcades is formed. And in the case of jejunum, these arcades, their number is up to 1 or 2, while in the case of ileum, they may be up to 5 also. Now from these arcades, a number of straight arteries, they arise. These are known as vasa recta, and finally they supply the jejunum and ileum. Now these jejunal and ileal branches, they lie in the mesentery of the small intestine. Now what is this mesentery? Mesentery is a fold. This fold we are seeing, this is the fold of mesentery, that is a broad fold of peritoneum which attaches the coils of jejunum and ileum to the posterior abdominal wall. Now all these folds you will study later when you will study peritoneum in detail. Now here these branches will lie in this fold of peritoneum which is known as mesentery. Now these vasa recta in the area of jejunum, they are long. You can see here these are long and these are close together. So narrow windows are visible in the mesentery. The gaps, these are the windows. So narrow windows are there, while in the case of ilium, these vasa recta, they are short and they are far also. These are far and short and they form broad windows. These windows, they are broad. So this is about the jejunal and the ileal branches of superior mesenteric artery. The inferior mesenteric artery is one of the ventral branches of the abdominal aorta which supplies the hindgut. It is the smallest of the three ventral branches and it arises at the vertical level L3. Its branches are three. These are the left colic artery, sigmoid arteries and the superior rectal artery. This is the inferior mesenteric artery. Its first branch, this is the left colic artery. Then these are the sigmoid arteries which are 2 or 3 in number. Then this is the superior rectal artery which is the continuation of inferior mesenteric artery. So these are the branches. The left colic artery, it is the first branch of the inferior mesenteric artery and it ascends upwards and to the left, dividing into ascending and a descending branch. See, this is the ascending branch of the left colic and this is the descending branch of left colic. Now the ascending branch, it supplies the upper part of the descending colon and the distal part of the transverse colon, while the descending branch supplies the lower part of the descending colon. So now the ascending part, this is the ascending branch, it anastomoses with the right branch of the middle colic artery. We had studied earlier that the middle colic artery, it divides into this is the left branch and this is the right branch. So the left colic, it anastomoses with the left branch of the middle colic artery. And the descending branch, this is the descending branch, it anastomoses with the sigmoid artery, with one of the sigmoid arteries. These are the sigmoid arteries. They may be 2 to 4 in number. So this the descending branch, it anastomoses with the highest of the highest sigmoid arteries. So this is the left colic artery. The sigmoid arteries, they consist of 2 to 4 branches and they supply the lowest part of the descending colon and the sigmoid colon. So these are the sigmoid arteries. These branches, they anastomose superiorly with the descending branch of the left colic artery. This is the left colic artery, its descending branch. So this upper sigmoid branch, it is anastomosing with the descending branch of left colic, and the lowermost, that anastomoses with the branch from the superior rectal artery. This is the superior rectal artery, that is the continuation of inferior mesenteric artery. So the lowest sigmoid artery, it anastomoses with the superior rectal artery. Superior rectal artery is the terminal branch of the inferior mesenteric artery and it is the continuation of the inferior mesenteric artery. This is the superior rectal artery. Now it descends into the pelvic cavity in the sigmoid mesocolon. Now what is sigmoid mesocolon? Sigmoid mesocolon is a fold of peritoneum which suspends the sigmoid colon from the walls of the pelvis. Now it descends in the sigmoid mesocolon and crosses the left common iliac vessels. Then opposite the vertebra S3, the superior rectal divides into two terminal branches and these branches, they descend on each side of the rectum. This is a rectum and these branches, they divide into smaller branches which pierce the wall of the rectum and they supply the rectum. What is marginal artery? It is an arterial arcade which is situated along the concavity of colon. And how it is formed? It is formed by the successive anastomosis of the colic branches of superior and inferior mesenteric arteries. See, all these anastomosis, an arterial arcade is formed This is the marginal artery. This is the marginal artery, and it is also known as the marginal artery of Drummond. And vasa recta, they arise from it and supply the colon. See these straight arteries, these are known as the vasa recta. They arise from the marginal artery, and these branches, they supply the colon finally. So this is the marginal artery. Now we will study about the venous drainage of gastrointestinal tract. Now the venous drainage of gastrointestinal tract, it consists of veins of the portal venous system and the systemic veins. Now blood from the gastrointestinal tract, it enters the liver through the portal vein and leaves the liver via the hepatic veins and finally enters into the inferior vena cava. Now about the portal system we have already studied in detail. So we will study about the other systemic veins. Splenic vein, it is formed by the numerous smaller vessels which leave the hilum of the spleen. Spleen is situated here. This is the splenic vein. It leaves the hilum of the spleen and then it passes to the right through the splenorenal ligament along with the splenic artery. This is the tortuous splenic artery and it passes to the right and it finally joins with the superior mesenteric vein, and these both join to form the portal vein. This we have studied earlier also. Superior mesenteric vein, it drains blood from the small intestine, cecum, ascending colon and the transverse colon. It begins in the right iliac fossa as the veins draining the terminal ileum, cecum and appendix. And finally it ascends. This is the superior mesenteric vein. It begins in the right iliac fossa and finally it ascends in the mesentery. Here is the fold of mesentery and it lies to the right of the superior mesenteric artery. In this fold there is the superior mesenteric artery also, but superior mesenteric vein lies right to the artery. And finally it ascends upwards and then it joins the splenic vein behind the neck of the pancreas to form the portal vein. The tributaries of the superior mesenteric vein are right gastroomental vein, which drains most of the greater curvature of the stomach, then anterior and posterior inferior pancreaticoduodenal veins and anterior superior pancreaticoduodenal vein. Inferior mesenteric vein, it drains blood from the rectum, anal canal, sigmoid colon and the descending colon. Means it drains blood from the lower part of the gastrointestinal tract. Then it begins as the superior rectal vein here and ascends upwards and receives tributaries from the sigmoid veins and the left colic veins. Then it again ascends upwards and finally joins with the splenic vein posterior to the body of pancreas, and its tributaries, they correspond to the branches of inferior mesenteric artery.